So I've been thinking about this whole Jadon Sancho situation over the last few days. And the more I think about him being back at Carrington, being integrated back into the squad, the more I think this is a masterstroke by Ten Hag. So we all know about the fallout last season between Sancho and the manager and everything that Ten Hag did to try and help him and what that led to. Um Ten Hag came out and said himself that if Sancho apologizes for publicly calling him a lawyer, that he'd welcome him back into the squad, no problems. All is forgiven. But Sancho didn't want to do that. He felt he didn't do anything wrong, so he was frozen out. Went out on loan. Maybe had 2, 3 decent games at Dortmund when he was there. Obviously, the notable one being in the first leg of the Champions League against PSG. Even the Dortmund manager more or less criticised him as well. Came out, said that he expected more from him. And then obviously stories started to come out about his attitude in training from his first time at Dortmund before United signed him, and even from his time in the Man City academy. So there's 2 reasons why I think this could be a genius move by Ten Hag. So, number one, we all know that it's never good business to publicly come out and say that you want to sell a player, especially if you want to get close to the asking price or close to his value. So no club is really going to do that. We've seen in the past with certain players, even Ronaldo. It was when Ten Hag first came to United. It was all talk that Ten Hag wants to get rid of Ronaldo, but he always came out and said, no, he's an important player of the squad. So a manager will never come out and publicly say that they want to sell a player. So they always try and put a positive spin on it. So my thinking is, Ten Hag brings him back for pre-season. Like, the club have made an announcement that he's back. They put it out to the press that they both drawn a line under their issues and they're willing to move on. So I think this shows to other clubs that one, Sancho is willing to put their differences aside for the benefit of the team, and then perhaps maybe bids start coming in for Sancho closer to what the United are looking for, possibly creating a bidding war between a few clubs, and suddenly Sancho is sold before the start of the season. The second reason why I think this could be a genius move is we all know Marcus and Sancho are great friends off the pitch, and perhaps the treatment of Sancho last year contributed to Rashford's poor form, obviously along with not having Luke Shaw behind him. But maybe Ten Hag, being the bigger man, willing to draw a line under last season, give Sancho another second chance, and integrate him back into the squad. Maybe we see an invigorated Rashford, and a Jadon Sancho that's willing to do his talking on the pitch, start working hard and training and try and earn that place in the team over Anthony, which is one of the grumbles I think he had last year, was that how bad Anthony was playing, but yet he still wasn't being picked ahead of him. So maybe now put in the performances in training, put in the performances on the pitch when you get your chance. Then that happens, we have a fully functioning forward line next season. Rashford's on form. Sancho's putting in performances worthy of his €85 million fee a couple of years ago. Now I know there's a lot of ifs and buts in there, but I think both scenarios can only be a positive for United. And as a great man once said, no one player is bigger than the club. Do you think Sancho is back to stay at United, or do you think he'll be sold? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you later.